Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. At a time when the opposition has mounted attacks on the government after Rahul Gandhi was convicted by a Surat Court over his Modi surname remark, Prime Minister Modi today told his party members at the BJP Parliamentary Party meeting that they must be ready for more such political attacks in the future as the opposition is rattled after the BJP's impressive wins in the Gujarat and Northeast elections. The Minister told BJP MPs that they should focus on spreading positive information about the government's social security programs as the opposition is nervous after BJP's successive wins in the recently held elections and was indulging in a below-the-belt attack against the government. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this was Prime Minister Modi's first address to the BJP members of Parliament after the budget session began on the 13th of March. The Parliament continues to witness chaos and disruption with the opposition protesting against the disqualification of Rahul Gandhi and demanding a JPC probe into the Adani issue. Even today, the opposition MPs threw papers at the Lok Sabha chair, forcing the session to end abruptly. Meanwhile, Union Minister Smriti Irani today tore into former Congress Member of Parliament Rahul Gandhi and said that his attacks on the Prime Minister were part of his frustration, and in an interview with a magazine in 2019, Rahul Gandhi had claimed that Modi's greatest strength was his image and that he would rip his image apart. Smriti said that this promise of Rahul Gandhi shall remain unfulfilled because the Prime Minister's greatest strength was the support from the people of India.
ऐसे में देश के भीतर बैठी और देश के बाहर बैठी भारत विरोधी शक्तियों का एकजुट होना स्वाभाविक है। ये शक्तियां किसी भी तरह भारत से विकास का एक कालखंड छीन लेना चाहती है। आज भारत का सामर्थ्य अगर फिर बुलंदी की तरफ जा रहा है तो इसके पीछे हमारी एक मजबूत नींव है। ये नींव हमारी संवैधानिक संस्थाओं की है, हमारे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल इंस्टीट्यूशंस की है। इसलिए आज भारत को रोकने के लिए हमारी इस नींव पर चोट की जा रही है, संवैधानिक संस्थाओं पर प्रहार किया जा रहा है, उन्हें बदनाम करने का अभियान छेड़ा जा रहा है। उनकी क्रेडिबिलिटी, उनकी विश्वसनीयता खत्म करने की साजिश की जा रही है। जो लोग भ्रष्टाचार में लिप्त हैं, उन पर जब एजेंसियां कार्रवाई करती हैं तो एजेंसियों पर हमला किया जाता है। जब कोर्ट कोई फैसला सुनाता है तो कोर्ट पर सवाल उठाए जाते हैं, न्यायिक प्रणाली पर हमले होते हैं। आप सब देख रहे हैं, कुछ दलों ने मिलकर भ्रष्टाचारी बचाओ अभियान छेड़ा हुआ है।
So Rahul Gandhi, your promise on the 4th of May 2019 to a magazine editor that you will rip Modi's image apart is a promise that shall remain unfulfilled, because Narendra Modi's greatest strength is the people of India.
Not just Smriti Irani, Union Minister for Information and Broadcasting Anurag Thakur, in an interview to me earlier today, said that Rahul Gandhi was a habitual liar and that his remarks reflect his mentality and the conspiracies inside the Congress against him.
और एक राजनीतिक दल एक परिवार से बाहर ना आ पाए, ऐसी क्या बात है कि उस परिवार से बाहर नहीं निकल पाते? वो विदेश में जाकर भारत को अपमानित करें तो मैं तो एक बार उनकी बुद्धि पर प्रश्न चिन्ह खड़ा करता हूं, लेकिन साथ साथ उनकी मानसिकता पर भी प्रश्न चिन्ह खड़ा होता है। बिल्कुल झूठ बोलते हैं विपक्ष के लोग। हम रोज सदन में आते हैं, क्वेश्चंस के उत्तर देना चाहते हैं, बिल्स पे चर्चा करना चाहते हैं, और मैं पूछना चाहता हूं विपक्ष के लोगों से, पिछली बार राष्ट्रपति जी के भाषण पर, प्रेसिडेंशियल एड्रेस पर जब धन्यवाद प्रस्ताव था, तो क्या राहुल गांधी जी उस पर बोले या बाकी लोग उस पर बोले? वो तो किसी और विषय पे बोल रहे थे, क्योंकि उनको पता था प्रश्न चिन्ह पूछा जाएगा और राहुल गांधी से माफी मंगवाने का काम होगा।
Even as this slugfest continues, ladies and gentlemen, what can be seen as an after effect of the Rahul Gandhi statement on India's democracy in UK, the US today preached India that they were watching the position of this entire case in Indian courts, even to which the government said this was an internal matter of India. So the legitimate question we are asking on the Newshour tonight, is the Congress fighting internal conspiracy or scoring political self-goals? That's the question, and that's the debate coming up on the other side.
You're watching the Newshour at 9, debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
And joining the debate tonight, GVL Narasimha Rao, National Spokesperson and Member of Parliament of the BJP, Tushar Gupta, Senior Editor of Swarajya, Tehseen Poonawala, Political Analyst, Sajid Supariwala, Leader of the Uddhav Thackeray faction of the Shiv Sena. But my first question goes to Kamru Zaman Chaudhary, Leader of the Congress Party. Mr. Kamru Zaman Chaudhary, I understand that this is a huge blow to the Congress Party and to Mr. Rahul Gandhi. The question is, when you disrupt Parliament, when you take this from the Parliament to the streets of India as a protest, the question many are asking, do you not have faith in the institutions of this country, including the courts of India? 6 days later, why has the Congress Party not gone to a higher court to get relief? And why instead is Mr. Rahul Gandhi taking on Savarkar on this issue, taking on democracy on this issue, also stalling Parliament on this issue? The question is, the relief is only with the courts. Why not approach the courts?
Yeah, Navika, first and foremost, you see, Rahul Gandhi is the lone opposition voice in the country, raising questions that are very much uncomfortable to the ruling dispensation. Particularly, Narendra Modi is so miffed at Rahul Gandhi that after expelling him from the parliament, he did not wait for 24 hours before expelling from his own house that he has been living there for the last 25 years. Such is the hate for Rahul Gandhi. Why? Just because he raised questions on the COVID policy of Narendra Modi government, he raised questions on Adani and Modani link, he raised questions on the JPC scam, he raised questions on what is happening to the institutions of the country. Do you think that the opposition exists just on paper or to raise voices of the people against the government? This is what the opposition is supposed to do. Why is the parliament such an august parliament house that we have created? We are not a banana republic, Navika. We have got elected representatives from all over India coming into the parliament to discuss and debate issues, not to say wah-wah of one particular man. Why is the ego of one man so fragile in this country that they are rattled by the opposition, that to only one man, Rahul Gandhi? And the question that you are raising about the institutions, of course, leave aside the courts of India. We do not have any faith left in the institutions of the country. When you raise questions, then why don't you
this
go to
matter,
the court?
But this matter, Mr. Kamru Zaman Chaudhary, pertains to the courts. So in this matter, you can't get relief from the Parliament, you can't get relief from the Election Commission, you can't get relief from the Press Council of India. You will have to approach the courts. My question is, on this issue, when the relief is only with the courts, why are you not going to the courts? And when you say democracy is dead, then is it dead only because of the charges that you make against the government, or is it also dead because you don't have faith in the courts of the land?
Navika, one thing you must understand, there are 30 days time for an appeal to be filed, and I believe the legal system of the Congress party is looking into it and will file the appeal, no doubt about it. But can you definitely say for sure that the lower court or the district court that passed the judgment against Rahul Gandhi will be upheld in the higher courts? No. We believe that Rahul Gandhi was wrong. He made a statement against particular persons who have cheated the country. Now you have twisted and diverted the entire issue towards as if Rahul Gandhi has insulted the OBC community. Is Nirav Modi, Mehul Choksky or Lalit Modi OBCs? Under what angle do you call them OBCs? And why should Rahul Gandhi be insulting the OBCs when the Mandal Commission recommendation
What about Narendra Modi? What about Prime Minister Narendra Modi? What about Prime Minister Narendra Modi? What about Prime Minister Narendra Modi who also called the thief?
कल एक आर्टिकल लिख लेना प्लीज
आपको करेक्ट करना जरूरी है आपको करेक्ट करना जरूरी है आपको करेक्ट करना जरूरी है आप कुछ भी कही जा रहे हैं
आप कल करेक्ट कर लेना ना स्वराज्य में आप लिख लेना अपना मनपसंद का आर्टिकल लिख लेना ऐसा कोई बात नहीं है
वो मैं लिख लूंगा
ऑल राइट
आप ये बताइए आपको ये किसने
राहुल गांधी को मैं जस्ट आई एम टेलिंग यू नाविका फॉर द बेनिफिट ऑफ योर व्यूअर्स you raise the question of the United States talking about democracy in India. Let me just give you 10 seconds on this.
But that's what you wanted.
Do you suggest
that's what you wanted now.
Is afraid of,
are you happy today?
No, Navika, will you give me a chance or no?
No, wait.
I'm coming to you.
Are you agreeing to the fact that
Navika, please.
1 minute, Tushar Gupta. I'm coming to you, Tushar Gupta. Let me. No, let me get in, Mr. GVL Narasimha Rao. Mr. GVL Narasimha Rao.
Let me just finish it 10 seconds.
Okay, 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Yes, Mr. Chaudhary.
Navika, are you suggesting that the United States of America is listening to the irrelevant leader of the opposition of India, Rahul Gandhi, rather than listening to the voice of an elected government, Narendra Modi, the Vishwa Guru? How can you suggest that? They are
okay, all right. Your sarcasm has been noted. Your sarcasm has been noted by Mr. GVL Narasimha Rao. Mr. GVL Narasimha Rao, several charges being flung at you. Respond to all the charges made by the Congress leader Kamruzaman Chaudhary.
No, what Mr. Chaudhary said, most of it is irrelevant. It is not the subject matter of the litigation before the court. This is not a subject matter of defamation before the court. He was convicted for calling an entire community belonging to the OBCs in most states. Prime Minister belongs to that community. Maybe his target was Prime Minister Modi. I think for the last 15 years, 20 years, they have been abusing, attacking Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi in the most using the most negative expressions. The BJP or Prime Minister Modi never took you to the court, but today Rahul Gandhi has become so irresponsible, and most of his statements are I think only show his arrogance. It is not Prime Minister who has exhibited arrogance. It is Rahul Gandhi who is highly egotistic. He thinks he can wear the badge of the dynasty on his sleeves, and then he can claim to he can indulge in any kind of defamation. Today he is being convicted for calling all Modis who belong to the OBC section teams, and he will never get away with this. He will have to apologize both inside the court and outside, because when he goes in for an appeal, I am sure no court in this country will allow anyone to get away with that kind of castigation. He will have to apologize, if not today, tomorrow. But the manner in which they have not filed an appeal so far, and the manner in which they responded to in similar cases involving their own spokespersons, it clearly shows that the Rahul Gandhi is only interested in milking it as a political opportunity, but he is not going to get it.
So do you think
Rahul Gandhi
he is successful in milking this political opportunity, and is that why the BJP is worried? Because 30 days is the period in which the appeal can be made. Why is the BJP in a hurry?
No, Navika, you didn't let me finish. I said he is making a blunder once again. He thought by uttering lies about Rafale, by making false accusations about Rafale, by using very objectionable phrases like Chaukidar Chor hai, Rahul Gandhi thought he was going to win 200 parliament seats. And what happened is history. People have denied them opposition status once again. Next time, mark my words, if he continues with this kind of an agenda, they are not going to get 20 seats in parliament. In 2024, well, the maximum they can expect is 20 seats in parliament.
Okay, all right. So let me get in Tehseen Poonawalla. Tehseen Poonawalla, maybe the Congress party and Mr. Rahul Gandhi started on the premise that they would milk, as GVL Narasimha Rao says, milk this opportunity by playing the victim card. But do you think this is another blunder? Because it's not as if Rahul Gandhi has not erred on the side of caution in previous cases. In the Rafale matter, Chaukidar Chor hai, in the RSS murdering Gandhi matter, he has made apologies to the court because he had made errors and he apologized before the courts. So it's not as if this is the first time he's made a statement that has gotten him into trouble. The question tonight is, A, the relief lies in the courts, yet a spectacle is being made on the streets of India as if democracy is dead. My question to you is, that is a battle that the Congress is fighting. One leaves it to your sagacity on whether or not this will work. But on the other hand, you're even stirring a hornet's nest as far as your own alliance partners are concerned by saying, मैं सावरकर नहीं हूँ, गांधी हूँ, माफी नहीं मांगूंगा. Uddhav Thackeray faction is upset. The entire Maharashtra, alliance partnership is absolutely upset. Kamru Zaman Chaudhary says that Rahul Gandhi is the lone opposition voice. Then why are you holding dinner where you're calling in other opposition parties? आप तो अकेले ही बहुत हैं. So Tehseen Poonawalla, is there a confused political strategy within the Congress? Is there a conspiracy, as the BJP alleges, within the Congress? हो क्या रहा है?
Namaskar Navika ji, thank you for having me on this show. I'm aghast to think that the most honourable MP thinks that Lalit Bhai Modi or Nirav Bhai Modi were OBC citizens. I think nothing can be a greater insult to our OBC citizens than these two chores, Lalit Bhai Modi and Nirav Bhai Modi. And I'm saying this,
you have imagined.
Yeah, you think Lalit Bhai Modi is OBC? Then you are insulting
Narendra Modi ji.
Please don't compare the Prime Minister as making the lone representative of OBC citizens. We are proud of our OBC citizens and we have a right to call out our Prime Minister. Point number 2. That this Prime Minister believes in the rule of law, as the most honourable MP says. Where was the then Chief Minister of Gujarat when Babubhai Bokaria was convicted for 2 years for theft, and he continued to be a minister in the Narendra Modi ji cabinet in Gujarat? He was convicted. Neither morality nor legality. That is what this government represents. Third point, the Lakshadweep MP Mohammad Faisal was convicted. The Kerala High Court upheld throughout the conviction, suspended his sentence. The Supreme High Court came down heavily on the Election Commission, cancelled the elections. Yet the Speaker, who acted hastily to disqualify Rahul Gandhi because the most honourable MP say that's the law of the land. When an MP has been reinstated by the court of the law, why don't you respect the court and allow him to come to Parliament? You took away Rahul Gandhi's bungalow. He does not care for his bungalow. His family is given enough for his country, including its life. Why didn't you take away Ghulam Nabi Azad's bungalow, for whom you shed crocodile tears while you all allowed bills after bills which are illegal to be passed? Yes, I understand he was a leader of opposition in the Congress, but now we know what was happening. Therefore, his bungalow is not taken away. Bungalow of only Rahul Gandhi will be taking away. He's not asking for a bungalow. He's very happily giving away the bungalow. But this shows that you all are scared of Rahul Gandhi. This shows you all are scared of Rahul. And I repeat again, Nirav Bhai Modi, Lalit Bhai Modi, Mehul Bhai Choksi.
I'm coming to all of you, but everybody can't speak at the same time. There are specific allegations made against the BJP. Allow GVL Narasimha Rao to respond to those, and then I'm coming to you, Tushar Gupta. Yes, GVL.
It's so convenient for the Congress party to come up with facts which are not relevant to the case at all. The 2013 judgment of the Honourable Supreme Court in Lily Thomas versus Union of India, the Supreme Court categorically stated that a conviction by any court for a period of 2 years or more should immediately result in disqualification of a member of a state legislature or parliament. It's a verdict of the Supreme Court, and it is this great Rahul Gandhi who actually tore the ordinance when Manmohan Singh's government wanted to actually nullify the judgment of the Supreme Court I just cited. The 2013 judgment, they wanted to give relief to people like Rahul Gandhi in his situation today, but he said no, criminals should not be given any leeway. Criminals should not be given any leeway. Rahul Gandhi said they should be immediately disqualified. And today, when the matter comes to his doorstep, you have double standards. Shame on you. How can the Congress party have one set of standards for other MPs, MLAs?
All right. I'm coming to Kamru Zaman Chaudhary. I'm coming to Tehseen Poonawalla, but Tushar Gupta first.
Only one line. Just one line. I agree, sir. I agree with everything you say. But the Babubhai Bokaria conviction happened in 2013. Then why didn't you ask Babubhai Bokaria to resign?
Before July, after July. Before July, after July.
Morality didn't exist before.
That was before the
Before July, after July. Please see the timeline, Tehseen Poonawalla. Before July, after July, because the Lily Thomas. Lily Thomas judgment came in July. Morality किसी political party की नहीं थी. Morality Supreme Court की थी. Okay, given political parties, this whole thing would never have happened. But Tushar Gupta, my question to you tonight is that there is this whole way in which the opposition is trying to say as this is death of democracy. The BJP is questioning the legal part. The truth is somewhere in between. Did the Lok Sabha Secretariat have to issue a disqualification notice within 24 hours? The state is often expected to be more magnanimous than the opposition. That's the expectation. So the disqualification notice comes within 24 hours. Within 24 hours of the disqualification notice comes the eviction notice from the house. Somewhere, even though this seems as legally correct, somewhere does it seem to be a little insensitive, or does it seem to be a little improper in the way Indian politics has been run so far?
Good evening, Navika. No, absolutely nothing improper about it. I would rather have the law supersede the expectations and emotions. And it was Kapil Sibal. Forget me, forget anyone from the BJP, forget the media who the Congress likes to attack these days. It was Kapil Sibal who has fought the maximum number of cases on behalf of the Congress, who said that it's not that Rahul Gandhi can be disqualified from the Lok Sabha, he automatically gets disqualified from the Lok Sabha. But talking about Rahul Gandhi, Navika, a leader who Tehseen and Kamru Zaman Chaudhary believe has the pulse of the ground, the pulse of the people, he understands the country, he would have realized how small a matter this can be if he apologizes, moves on to fight the bigger battle which they claim they are fighting. No one else is claiming, they themselves claim they are fighting. He could have simply come out and said that my remarks made in an election rally were hurtful to community and I sincerely apologize. They were targeted toward these specific individuals, not the entire community. This is what Rahul Gandhi had to say. In less than 5 seconds, he could have moved on to the bigger battle of fighting the death of democracy, as they call it. Did Rahul Gandhi do that? Absolutely not. Kamru Zaman Chaudhary sits here and says, we do not believe in any of the democratic institutions of this country. Sir, how are you running your government in Himachal Pradesh, in Chhattisgarh, in Rajasthan? If you do not believe in the institutions of this country, why are you fighting the upcoming elections in Karnataka? Because clearly do not believe in the election commission. You do not believe in the media. That's what Rahul Gandhi says, that the media is not with me. Yet Rahul Gandhi has the audacity to attack a reporter in his press conference who was covering the party for over a decade. You attack the judiciary. Everyone is asking that one simple question. Maybe 2 years in defamation is a lot. I am not a legal expert, but I feel 2 years sentencing for a defamation case is too much, completely unnecessary. My simple question is, where is the review petition? Why aren't you appealing in the higher court? Navika, forget BJP attacking Rahul Gandhi. To me, to an outsider, it appears that there are people within the Congress who want to see the downfall of Rahul Gandhi. Because look at the way he's been advised. He goes to United Kingdom, he seeks foreign intervention. He's fighting the National Herald case. They're protesting on the streets rather than cooperating with the agencies. He makes the most astonishing remarks before the foreign press. And then he comes to India, instead of apologizing to the OBC and settling the matter and moving towards bigger things as the Bharat Jodo Yatra, other things, he attacks Savarkar, angering other alliance. What does Rahul Gandhi honestly want, and more importantly, what does his advisors want? And Tehseen here says that the BJP is scared of Rahul Gandhi. I mean, either you understand the pulse on the ground. Everyone is asking the same question. Why can't Rahul Gandhi see the elephant in the room, address it, and move on to fight the elections?
Absolutely.
Why does he have to always push his party into a tricky corner?
Let me get in Mr. Supariwala of the Shiv Sena Uddhav Thackeray faction. And I want to ask you, Mr. Supariwala, was the attack on Savarkar even necessary, especially at a time when there were bigger battles that Rahul Gandhi needed to take on and address as the leader of the largest opposition party? Has going against Savarkar not only angered your party, but the fact is that it's even queered the pitch as far as nationalism, freedom movement, and people who this country holds in high regard, bringing them into the foray, happy no reason at all?
Yeah, Navika ji, first of all, let me thank you for bringing me in. Of course, the issues only got diverted because of certain statement of Mr. Rahul Gandhi, which he shouldn't have made. It was a very unexpected move on his part. But all I can say here is that, see, there are every individual or every party, political party, has their own views and ideologies, and they have their own heroes. So what happens is we should not degrade or try to put down a hero in whoever's, if it is, especially when it is an alliance with you or trying to be an alliance with you. Absolutely. Only thing I would tell you here is keeping that side apart right now. As of now, what I see is that definitely the remark on Veer Savarkar was unexpected and it shouldn't have been happening. The issue only got diverted. But here, for the sake of democracy, it is also that I want to make a statement here that it is very saddening that a country like a USA has to comment on what is going on in our country. Somewhere down the line, I think we should try to follow the democracy and the constitution properly, which is not being done. Right now, what I see is that earlier Rahul Gandhi was disqualified from the MP or whatever it was going on. Secondly, he was also made to move out of his house, which I think he can afford 10,000 houses. That is not an issue. But what I think here is I'm very surprised that people are speaking out. I'm very surprised that now this debate is happening. This should be happening 2 days, 5 days ago. Why and what is happening to our country? Secondly, when people were trying to degrade or talk badly about certain other personalities, BJP is fighting for that what has been called to PM Modi. Definitely he is the PM of a country. We should respect it. But that does not mean that other people should be degraded and demoralized. As of now, when in state of Maharashtra, when the respected Uddhav Sahib Thackeray was the CM of the state and running so well, he has been praised by the other countries also to be a CM, top 10 CM of Maharashtra or the full India of our country or the world. So if he's got that status and somebody degrading and talking anything about him, nothing happens to those people. But when somebody is talking about the BJP, they are being targeted in this manner.
Going to court?
Don't you think this is undemocratic?
But that is the point.
Only question is this.
The courts are open for everybody. Why can't other people go to courts? And Kamru Zaman Chaudhary, you say Rahul Gandhi is the lone crusader. On the other hand, Mr. Supariwala says आप सावरकर को बिना मतलब ले आए हैं बीच में. My question to you is, number one, is the Congress party in a position to take on the BJP on its own strength? If not, and if you need alliance partners, which is why you're holding this, dinner parties and opposition meetings, then why are you so high-handed in saying that hum hi hum hai aur nobody else matters? That's the question many in the opposition are also raising, Mr. Chaudhary.
Navika ji, I want to add on to something, if you can allow me.
No, allow Mr. Chaudhary to respond first. Yeah.
The point here, Navika, that is the beauty of multi-party democracy in India. We have a different ideology, we have got different thought processes. I can rather call it a unity in diversity of thoughts that multi-party democracy brings in the India. But the main problem is that if I idolize Savarkar, somebody might be idolizing Godse, somebody might be idolizing Mahatma Gandhi. But does that matter when we come to the preservation of the Constitution of India? No. What does the BJP wants? BJP wants one nation, one leader, one party. That is what they want. That's what Shiv Sena, Uddhav ji, Congress party and many like-minded parties are fighting in India for preservation of this multi-party democracy. That is the beauty of India. Now when you quote about different issues that are there, yes, of course, we form a government on common minimum programs.
But you have to get to that position. You have your common minimum program will be formed when you get to that position. Are you putting the cart before the horse, Tushar?
Navika, one point. Navika, look at the confession coming from the Congress spokesperson that they're working on a common minimum program. That's the kind of governance also they'll deliver to the people of India if at all they are given the votes in 2024, which of course they won't be given looking at the situation right now. What they still do not understand is that people want a stable government in the results, my dear, with a leader who can take everyone together. Rahul Gandhi insults Savarkar. The Congress spokesperson, instead of accepting that it was a mistake, says, oh, we are unity in diversity. He's just being told by the spokesperson of the Uddhav Sena faction that it was wrong on the part of Rahul Gandhi.
Yeah,
their
and
alliance partners in Maharashtra. You even take the opposition support to the Congress party for granted. You're saying all of them will come together to save democracy. Meanwhile, the Congress party can go on saying कि हम अकेले ही बहुत हैं, अरे हम तो सावरकर को भी कुछ भी कहेंगे. The question here is that common minimum program begins with a little bit of what do you say, humility. GVL Narasimha Rao. Can I make another point?
You see, all the three people who spoke for Rahul Gandhi on this panel, Tehseen Poonawalla, Congress spokesperson and NCP spokesperson, all of them said Rahul Gandhi can afford 10 houses in the city.
10,000?
Yeah, Shiv Sena, Uddhav Thackeray, Mr. Supariwala. There are 10 houses he can have. Maybe he has the half of real estate in Gurgaon. Maybe he and his brother-in-law have the hundreds and thousands of acres.
That is just a hyperbole. Just a hyperbole. Don't catch my words. What I'm trying to tell you is just a hyperbole.
As a member of parliament, as he ceases to be a member of parliament.
You are not understanding. You are not understanding. It was just a hyperbole. What I'm trying to tell you is that
why are you making hyperbole on a debate?
Okay, fine.
Yeah, allow GVL Narasimha Rao to complete.
Whatever clarification
you want me to speak point to point?
So,
no.
Fine, I'll do that.
Oh, Rahul Gandhi, how can you be? Can this gentleman give me 30 seconds to complete? How is Rahul Gandhi different from any other member of parliament? I think this is where the real problem is. In today's India, you stop talking about entitlement.
Raise the point of
stop claiming to be a family of a dynasty. Therefore, they have two aunts.
Being denied the
Rahul Gandhi or any member of any other dynasty, they have special rights, special entitlements. I think it's high time you got rid of this ego.
Well,
you got rid of this kind of entitlement.
Well. Allow me to come in. The question tonight is, Are we making a spectacle of our own country? I'm not taking any sides on this entire issue. All I'm saying is, when other countries begin to comment on the goings-on within our country on domestic politics, should alarm bells be ringing? When we ourselves begin to question the institutions of democracy, including the courts of India, when instead of getting a redressal of any problem that we might have which occurred due to a court judgment with a higher court, instead of that, if we actually stall Parliament and we take this entire issue to the streets of India, are we ourselves responsible for weakening the institutions which are the part of democracy in this country? It's a question that will need to be answered. As Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee once said, हम रहे ना रहे, देश हमेशा रहेगा. ये सरकार रहे ना रहे, ये विपक्ष रहे ना रहे, देश हमेशा रहेगा. And it is to this country that each one of us deserves to introspect and ask, what are we doing to the democratic structure of this country, a democracy that we are all so proud of? The responsibility lies not with the government, not with the opposition, but every single individual who's a citizen of India. Are we fulfilling that? That's the question we must all ourselves ask ourselves. Thank you very much to all our panelists for joining me on debate number 1.